It is not uncommon for us to get questions about whether or not that we can repair a shed, and maybe it's put a new roof on it, maybe it's rebuild the doors, maybe it's replace some of the exterior sheathing on the outside because the bugs and the weather and the squirrels and the rodents and the groundhogs and whatever have gotten to it and have started making a mess. And the answer is, yeah, we probably can. But the next question is it really cost effective to do so? That's what we're talking about next on this edition of Forever Home. Here we go. So when it comes to sheds, usually they're more trouble than they're worth in a lot of cases, because you can buy a new one for $4,000 or $5,000, have it delivered for another $1,000 or $2,000, and for $6,000 you've got brand new everything. And for half of that or a third of that, what's it cost to put a roof on? Is it $2,500 or $3,000 to do a roof on one of these? And you get somebody dirt cheap, maybe you can get it for less than that. How long is it going to take to rebuild a door? Well, I'm rebuilding the doors on this because it's one of the rental properties that I own. And just getting the door off, the first thing we had to do with this was, we open the door and I start checking for level, plumb, and square. And the shed had settled into the ground. We got the levels out. We started trying to figure out which way was which. And then come to find out the bottom was actually 49 inches and a half inches across and only 49 at the top. So it was already out of skew. So I had to remove the board from the bottom on this side. We had to get underneath there with the vibe tool, cut the wall plate from the floor, take a come-along strap, crank this thing together with the other one, and take that 1/2 inch back out so everything was plumb and square. Once we do that, now we're sitting there looking at the old doors and trying to compare them to the frame. And all right, well, let's use them as a template. We don't want to just build it from scratch. We want to have some kind of a template to go off of. And we start working on it. And I was, 5 or 6 hours getting that door apart. Just the process of removing this frame from the base. And if I can reuse this piece, I'm going to. Just getting this off of here took a couple of minutes of working and prying, because you can see just how many staples they put into this. Dear Lord, this is crazy. So we're getting this all apart. We're going to make it plumb square, perfect, pretty, and straight. And by the time I do all this, we may invest, by the time you buy the fancy SmartSide LP lumber that we're using on here, the PVC AZAC brick molding and trim that we're going to be using, the new hardware pack, all those different materials, we might be $2,000 worth of labor and materials into this door rebuild project. And can you go to a shed company and you're like, hey, give me a set of off-the-shelf doors? Cheaper than that? Yeah, you probably can. Or again, by the time you spend $2,000 on the doors and $2,000 or $3,000 on the roof, you're 2/3 of the way to a new shed when you get new walls and everything. Sometimes it just makes more sense to replace it. And I hate that about our culture, that we're a throwaway society now. But sometimes it's just not worth hiring someone to try to fix something, to band-aid it along, if it's really reaching the end of its useful life. So just something to think about. If you've got a shed, do what you can to maintain it. Keep paint on it. Keep things looking like they're in good shape. Don't let mold and algae and things grow on the roof. And make sure you keep the string trimmer away from the edge of things and try to protect it so that it lasts a good long time. Because if you got to start making repairs on it and you're going to have to pay someone to do it, it can get very cost prohibitive for the value that you're going to receive doing that down the road. So that's my hot take on sheds. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Is it cost effective? Generally speaking, I don't think so. And could I have just slap doors back in this with the out of plumb openings and everything else? Yeah, I could. Would they have lined up right? Yeah. Would they have shut nicely? Yeah. Would the tenants have been happy with it? Yeah, probably not. If you're going to do it, you've got to, we had to level the shed. We wound up jacking this side up about 1.5 inches all the way across. And then we had to kind of level things and get things all back plumb and happy again, so that the shed was sitting level, so that we could put the doors back in so they would swing properly. And again, by the time you invest all that time, just haul this out of here and drop a new one in its place. Let us know what problem we can solve for you. There's nothing our team doesn't do. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, gutters, and drainage, kitchens, bathrooms, basements, plumbing, electrical, drywall, spackle, paint, and occasionally I rebuild shed doors. Cope Construction is a Pennsylvania home improvement contractor, number 88078. Take a picture of what's bugging you. Go to our website, copebuild.com, fill out the contact us form. We will send you details on how to send us those photos. You can upload them right through our website, and we'll get started on working on your project for you. Remember, when we're finished with it, you're proud to say it's not just done, it was Cope Built. Catch you on the next edition of Forever Home. Bye for now.